Hi guys, we are looking at the weekly and we can see right now that we do have this engulfing candle. It's about 7 hours left, but if we do have this engulfing candle looking back in time, and obviously we all know what engulfing candle is, it's a reversal pattern that we're having, and having that on the weekly means that the market can just continue to the upside, and that's what we want. But we need the lower time frames to be able to see where the market can come and react to. And after that, we're taking the action. Are we gonna buy the market, and where are we gonna buy the market? So I'm gonna have these levels for you to see if the market breaks to the downside, give us a high low, and then continues to the upside. Then we need to have levels. If the market doesn't come back down, it can just continue to the upside. And what levels are we using and why are we using them for us to be able to see where the market actually can go? Then we're taking the action from those levels too. And remember, I am no financial advisor, so you need to look everything up yourself first. But please continue watching this video, and I'm gonna show you what I see on Bitcoin and what can happen. Starting off with the weekly on Bitcoin, we can see that we do have this engulfing candle. It is 7 hours left of this candle before it closes, but if the weekly candle closes like this, we potentially might just continue to the upside. Looking back in time, we can see that we did have an engulfing candle right here. And what happened after that? Well, we did continue to the upside, and that doesn't matter what time frame you're in. And when we're having an engulfing candle at a support or at a resistance, that's a sign for the market to continue to the upside. Not all the time, but most of the time. Taking the Fibonacci right here, the market has been at the Fibonacci levels. That's also a zone for the market to come to and then reverse from it. We did have the pullback on the weekly. Using these engulfing candles with the Fibonacci, we can potentially see that the market will continue to the upside, and we just might have our higher high just in a couple of days. Looking at Bitcoin, it does look like it's on its way up, but we have to go down to the lower time frames to see our entries. I did have this, I still have this drawing on since yesterday. I was talking about this resistance, and during the day the market has just been going sideways, and you can also see that we do have this little triangle right here. You can do it like that. And with a triangle, obviously the market is coming to its end of it, and then it breaks to the upside, or it will break to the downside. Right now on the lower time frames, we are on the 1 hour. We do create lower highs right now, but we are still making higher lows to the upside. And what it looks like right now, it seems like we're gonna break it to the upside. We have also been respecting this previous resistance turning into support during the weekend. That's typically something that we see when the market have a big momentum. Even if it is, you can see just right here that you had the big momentum to the downside. The market's consolidated for a couple of days, and the market had the huge momentum to the upside, and then the market just might consolidate for a couple of days, or it has to take its power back, because every time when we're having huge movements like this, we always, most of the time, it's just going sideways for a while. And that's just how market works. You can see it, like, it doesn't matter where you are, where you're looking. You have the huge momentum, sideways, comes back down. You have a huge momentum, market going sideways. So that's something that we are basically doing right now. What we are waiting for is to see if the market will come back down a little bit more, and after that I do have our target. If you see that the market is breaking to the downside, we do have the target around 46,000, and that was also something I was talking about before. If it's not will hold this support that we're having, we do have do have our third level, and that's around 44,000, 45,000, around that area. So right now we're just waiting for the market to break to the upside or to the downside, And having a huge candlestick, as I told you on the weekly, we could definitely start to see the market come back down a little bit and then it continues to the upside. If we do have the levels to the downside, if the market comes back down to retest one of them and then continues to the upside, making our higher low. But if the market continues to the upside, we obviously need to look at these new areas that we're having. We need to see where the market potentially can break and retest. If we are breaking 48 and 49,000, you can look back and you have the previous high right here. And if the market breaks that area, we do have the next zone. So always try to have these zones on, because when the market moves, we can see where the market is heading to and how it's going to react to these levels. I only use levels all the time, and it seems to work pretty good. You have one of the levels, as I told you, between 48 and 49,000, and you also have it around 50,000. That's the area that we're having. So we're starting off with those levels to see what the market potentially can do. Right now, we are just consolidating between it's around 48,000, 48,200. You have the support at for the 7,623. And going to the lower time frames, as I told you, we want the market to break this little triangle that we are in right now. And we can go to the lower time frames, and this was something that I did talk about. We did have the support, and I told you it's very hard to trade in between consolidation, right? And you can see why, because there's so many things happening here, and it doesn't move that much. But I did tell you guys yesterday that if the market comes back down to the support and retest it, we just might see the market continue to the upside. And that's actually what the market has been doing. And we could have been taking the Fibonacci from the low, and that is 47321, to the high, and that's 48092. And you can see that the market did respect the Fibonacci that did have. We took the trade. Right now we are trading inside when the market is consolidating, right? But why are we doing that? Because we did have two confirmations, okay? We did have the support. The market came back down. The market gave us a higher high and then a higher low. So when we did have our higher high, we took the Fibonacci levels from the low to the high, saw the market coming back down, it reacted to it, also a previous resistance. Looking back, we had the support, and then it continued to the upside. So you could have scalped this or just hold it. When you're trading inside the market moving sideways, for myself, I always want to have a first touch on the support. I do have these two legs right here. I have the first leg and then the second leg. Reacts to it, continues up. But just trading inside the market, if you don't see the market coming back down to the either to the support or resistance, for me that's very hard. I need to have the market coming back down to down to the support or back up to the resistance, and then I just might see continuation. We do see this triangle, and it looks like we're gonna break it, but it can come back down again. This is the resistance when we're taking the trend line. If we see it breaking it, we do have the higher high and higher lows on the 1 hour too. You can see right here that we are consolidating too. Even if it's a small box, the market is just moving sideways. So it doesn't matter what time frame you're on. You want to see the market break it and then come back down, and then we just might see a continuation, and then that the market will break it. I'm going to have a live today, so we just might see this happening right now, when we just might take some trades with each other. Remember, these boxes are the levels that we're using if the market is breaking to the downside. We have the new support, maybe that's our next higher low, or if the market breaks to the upside, we need to see what levels the market is actually breaking. If it can come back down and retest them, we need to be prepared for what can happen. And after that, we're just following the market. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please comment below if there's something you're wondering. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, because I go through these pairs every single day. Hope you had a good weekend, and we see each other on the live, or we see each other on the next video. So bye.